Guys, this is hilarious in typical Bryan Denlinger fashion. Uh, Obviously, everything about is about money with Bryan. He's got to keep his doors open. He's got to keep the ministry going. He said in this live stream at one point, at about an hour and 20 minutes in, that he would love to have 100 workers, and he would just love to be, a big successful preacher with 100 workers, and just really get this ministry going. And what would really get this ministry going, is not the help from God, but a lot of money. Just give him your money. So, as usual, he doesn't miss an opportunity to beg for money, to turn things into the ministry needs this, where my roof's falling apart, my car is broke, all this types of stuff. Our car's so old we can't even get it legal on the road, and it's falling apart and it's breaking. Basically, that's all his ways of asking for money. I need money. I need money. I don't work. I'm Bryan Denlinger, and I need your money. I know you go work hard for your money and sacrifice and penny pinch and save and probably eat at you know dollar stores or whatever. A lot of people eat at dollar stores, Aldi's and stuff, because they're struggling. And a lot of these people give their money to Bryan, which is their hard-earned money. And technically, it's their money. They can give it to him if they want to. But you guys should see a charlatan in wolf in sheep's clothing when you see him. And that's what this guy is. He's a charlatan. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like I said, what started me looking into this guy was his whole denial of the flat Earth. He'll block you. He'll delete you if you put any Bible verses down. If you ask any questions or comments, and that was my first red flag. And then with the whole interracial marriage stuff he started pushing is totally wrong. But let's listen to what he says. How he doesn't miss an opportunity to make sure he, lets everybody know that he needs a lot of money.
Are you still working on that pamphlet? You said you were planning on working on it during the fall or winter. I put off the whole booklet thing for a while just because there's so much stuff going right now. I don't know what to do. When I used to print these things right here, I used to print these and sell these on my website. I put it on for free, so you can go there and download this whole thing for free. But
look at him. I put it on there for free. Just one book. You don't put nothing on there for free, Bryan. Everything you've done is backed by donations. People donate to your ministry so you can do this kind of stuff, okay? Quit acting like you're just doing this for charity and not making nothing. You absolutely make money. That's why people donate to you. And I'm all apart, a workman's worthy of his wages, but Bryan is not a workman. He is a beggar. You do not ask somebody else to pay your bills and just say, and it'd be different if he was actually doing the work of God. I would feel different about it, but Bryan doesn't, okay? He's rejecting flat out biblical truth. He's for war. He's for bloodshed. He's for hate. He's for murder. He's for death, separation, all these things that are evil. Okay, you can just see the evil spirit in Bryan's eyes a lot of times. Look at his pitch black. The eyes are the windows of the soul, guys. Eyes are pitch black. So don't never forget that when you watch him.
See, it's back when I was down in Pennsylvania before I even knew my wife.
Yeah, because you met her on the internet.
I printed it all myself, and I would buy the whole deal.
You guys know the story of how he met his wife. He met her online. She like wrote him as her under her CIA spook name, and told her, because I guess he was watching a lot of Alex Jones at the time, and they connected over the internet. Bryan wrote her some letters. They talked a few times on the phone, and then after about 3 or 4 months, maybe 6 months, Bryan Skyped her and said, "I want to marry you. You're going to be my wife." And she said, "Yeah, I'll be your wife." And he went down and picked her up and actually married her. These people didn't get to know each other. They didn't date. They didn't court. It was all over the phone, living states apart, not really knowing each other, not knowing anything about each other, and then just moving in with each other and saying, you're my wife. He didn't get any marriage certificates. He's got no real, he bags on other people because it's the type of marriages that they have. He claims that it's not legal, but his marriage is, when all he did was went down and pick up his wife and say, "You're my wife now. Let's consummate the marriage."
And everything else. And I started to realize, I'm not even making money on these things. It's ridiculous. I can't print quick enough. And what's happening was, it was just a huge
Not
amount of
making
work.
any money. That's
ridiculous. I can't print quick enough. And what's whole deal and everything else. And I started to realize, I'm not even making money on these things. It's ridiculous.
That's the real thing. It's ridiculous. I'm not making any money. No, people fund your ministry, Bryan, so that way you can do these things, okay? So you're not doing it for free. It's not about making money, okay? Everything is in a get-rich-quick scheme for Bryan Denlinger. Sorry.
Ridiculous. I can't print quick enough. And what's happening was, it was just a huge amount of work, and it didn't make sense. I was just falling behind all the time.
You need to do something about that frog in your throat.
Exceeding the ability to get it out. So I just had to finally just quit and say, okay, I can't keep doing this. That's the thing about ministry that a lot of people.
I can't keep doing this. I gotta quit. I'm not making no money.
Have this little starry-eyed vision that you can just do it for free.
I can't trust in the Lord to provide my bills and to pay for all my needs and just do His work and just put out the material that the Lord leads me to do. I can't do that. It has to make money. It has to be a dollar sign behind it. I have to be able to sell it on Amazon or eBay, which is kind of ironic too that he sells on Amazon for $9.99, which Satanists do things in reverse. So what's $9.99 in reverse? 666. So Bryan's selling his Trinity book for $666. Really, it's $9.99, but Satanists do things in reverse, and I know he's a Satanist, him and his wife.
No, you can't. If there's money that has to be spent, then there's money that needs to be earned.
So we get down to the real problem. He needs money.
Have this little starry-eyed vision that you can just do it for free. No, you can't. If
You're not doing
money
it for
that has
free,
to be
Bryan.
spent, then there's money that needs to be earned.
You are supposedly earning money. You have 50,000 subscribers supposedly, and it doesn't make sense to me. You get about 2,000, 3,000 views per video, but have so-called 50,000 subscribers. Now, even if you got 25% of those 45,000 subscribers, that would be around somewhere in the area of 8 to 10,000, just quick math. So how are you only getting 2,000-3,000 views? Do you have fake bots, Bryan? Is that what's really going on here? Is that what we really see happening?
The booklets and whatever else that I wanted to do, I actually bought a printer, I bought a paper cutter, I bought other things to try and make my own booklets. I just had to put it on hold because of all these other things.
You don't buy anything because you have no money.
I really need to be able to hire some other people to help out with the ministry. I need to have a totally new website. My website.
He says he would like to hire 100 people. He needs to make a bunch more money. That way this ministry can be successful.
Site is terrible. The web's thing is junk.
The website that he's made and used for years that, and of course he backs it, this Jacob Thompson, who's a total shill. The Wine Press News, biggest shill ever. It made Bryan look. That's another thing when I really started questioning Bryan, when he started pushing in this guy and pushing this guy's book. This guy's obvious that he's into Satanism and just an obvious occult Freemason. But yeah,
I don't know what to do about it, honestly.
You don't know what to do.
I do not make enough income at the ministry here. A totally new website. My website is terrible. The web's thing is junk. I don't know what to do about it, honestly. But I do not make enough income at the ministry here to be able to pay.
He doesn't make enough income, guys.
Pay somebody else, and it's unfair to try to get somebody to work for free. And
see how he tries to guilt trip his audience. It's unfair to get somebody to work for free. So he's telling his audience, the people that support his ministry, you're trying to get me to work for free. You're trying to get me to do all this stuff for free, and I'm not about it. I'm not down with that. I'm not okay with that. You want me to make pamphlets, you want me to do stuff, you want me to hire employees or whatever, you better pay me money.
So we're really praying about it. I'm hoping.
He's not praying. Not to Jesus Christ, not to the Lord our Father.
I really am just kind of lost on that whole thing right now, to be honest. I'd like to be able to make enough money to be able to hire other people. The ministry would move forward then.
He'd like to make enough money to hire enough people. Now that's the real issue of the thing. He wants to make money.
I don't know. I really am just kind of lost on that whole thing right now, to be honest. I'd like to be able to make enough money to be able to hire other people. The ministry would move forward then.
You see how he does his little Jesuit low-key beg for money? He does it. He tries to do it in a way to make people feel like guilty to play on their conscience, like he's not making enough money, him and his family are barely making it, you need to give him a lot more money so that way he can just sit there and live off your money. No, Bryan, okay? The Lord supports your ministry. If the Lord is really behind your ministry, then you put your trust in the Lord, you put your faith in the Lord, and He will provide all your bills, okay? He will provide all your needs, pay all your bills, provide all your food, keep you healthy, all those things, Bryan. So if your ministry was really of the Lord and from the Lord, you'd have nothing to worry about. You'd be taken care of. But obviously, you're complaining about it. You're not getting enough money, not getting enough donations. You keep saying, oh, you're trying to get more subscribers because more subscribers should mean more donations. Bryan, it's obvious where your mind's at, where your thoughts on it. You're all about money. How can Bryan make more money? How can Bryan Denlinger, the Pope, the infallible Pope, you know, he's totally a cult leader, and anybody that can't see it, I feel bad for him. And like I said, this doesn't mean that Bryan doesn't put out some good work. Like all wolves in sheep's clothing, they have to put out some good work, or people wouldn't buy into him, people wouldn't believe him, people wouldn't trust him. So he fools them. He does some good work. So, I'm not saying throw the baby out with the bathwater with all of Bryan Denlinger's work, but be on guard. Know who you're dealing with, okay? Yes, the man's very smart. Yes, you can learn a lot from him. Yes, he's very knowledgeable, and there are things you can learn from him, just like RV Truth or, other people. However, they're connected, shills, Freemasons, gatekeepers, whatever you want to call it, CIA agents. His wife's a CIA agent, Bryan Denlinger. Known, admitted that she went to CIA school, went to FBI school, was recruited by them, and was one of them, and then she met Bryan and all of a sudden stopped being one. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. She's continuing her career under a different identity, under a different role. Okay, she's a government worker. Bryan got his whole Patreon taken away because he was doxing people, okay? That's the same thing he was trying to do with me. Send him, his little goons over to my not website, to my YouTube channel and comment, oh, my name, to try to scare me. I could care less if Bryan knows who I am. I know that he knows who I am. I know he's got his little CIA connections and that he's going to try to find out who anybody is that makes a video and about him and dox him. You know what, Bryan, you do that and you will be cursed by the Lord. Okay, I'm not worried about it. I'm doing the Lord's work, so you're not going to scare me. Don't think by your little comments or anything you do is going to scare or intimidate me, because you never will. You don't have it in you, buddy. Okay, I'm backed by the Holy Spirit, okay, by the Lord Jesus Christ, and it is what it is. So, guys, I'm going to end it there. If you guys want to go watch it, it's his latest video. It's called... I think it's called Sunday Morning Hangout Questions and Answers or something like that. But go check it out. Typical Bryan fashion. He's begging for money. So I'm out, guys. If you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Obviously, I'm not begging for subscribers and viewers like Bryan is, and likes for the YouTube algorithm. But if it does come upon you, you guys can do it. It is always appreciated. Like I said, stay away from this guy unless you're, trying to learn some biblical knowledge. You can learn a few things from him, but definitely keep your money away from him, and don't donate to this guy. Share this video, mirror it. That's appreciated. Let's try to get this information out. Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook. Let's get this information out, because this guy's a money hungering, money grubbing, money loving preacher, and for the root of the love of money is the root of all evil, and Bryan knows that. And sorry if I sound a little tired this morning. I've been working god-awful crazy hours, guys, and not getting very much sleep, obviously, with working and kids and school. So, anyways, I just want to say I appreciate y'all, and until the next time, I'm out. Peace.